Okay, sorry. I'll try not to take so long. Baruch Hashem, I'm doing Siyum on Masechet Horayot, and for Liluy Nishmat of Baba Jun, Ephraim and Moshe. I have big zechut. I don't know why, how, but I have the zechut that I have his name, and I'm very lucky and thankful and grateful. All the stories we said of Baba Jun is such a great person, really affects all of us in our family. But before I start, I need to thank a few people. My rabbi YU, Rav Yanet, I learned with him in the mornings. I learned almost half the Masechet with him, and then the other half by myself so I could finish in time. So of course I need to thank him, because without it, he got me through all the hardest parts, for sure. Then we got stuck, we were arguing with each other, fighting with each other, until we finally, reached okay, this is what it means. And then of course, as always, I have to thank my parents, because without my parents, I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be anything, I wouldn't even exist. And last but not least, as always, I have to always thank Hashem for everything He does, for giving me this opportunity, for giving everyone the opportunity. When you finish a Masechet, try to go through a little bit of the Masechet at the end, for sure, and so that everyone is partaking, and it's like everyone fulfills the Siyum. So I had to do the hard work, and everybody gets the reward, but it's okay.
Thank you.
So.
Don't come anymore.
Okay, thank you. So there's in one of the Mishnayot, towards the end, the Masechet pretty much, for the majority of Masechet, is talking about Horayot. It's talking about when the Beit Din, when the Jewish courts, they make different rulings. And the rulings, they say, okay, they made a ruling, or the court made a ruling, and then they changed their mind, or they made a mistake, or they were wrong, and there were whole different discussions there. So towards the end, there's some more, interesting things that it says. There's a Mishnah at the end that's very, very strong Mishnah. It says Kohen Kodesh. It's talking about precedence. Who takes precedence? Who comes first? Whose stature is a little bit higher? They come first. Who comes second? So the Mishnah says Kohen Kodem LaLevi. The Kohen comes before the Levi. And it says Levi LaYisrael. Levi comes before Yisrael. We see when you have people go up to the Torah, the Kohen is first always, then Levi, then Yisrael. Because they come in order. Then it goes on Yisrael and Mamzer. Yisrael comes before Mamzer. Mamzer is a child who Chas v'Shalom is born from a relation that is prohibited. These two people are not allowed to be with each other, but they end up being with each other and they have a child. This child is a Mamzer. Chas v'Shalom, that anybody should ever see Mamzer, but there's such thing exists. Then, so that comes after Yisrael. Then Umamzer Natin. Then there's another lower level person called a Natin. Then the Natin Lager. Natin is comes before a Ger, a convert. The Ger Le'eved Meshukar. And the Ger comes before a freed servant, freed slave. So the Gemara goes into all the details of where we learn each one from, the Pesukim. Why does one come first? Does it make sense? How it doesn't make sense? But very interesting, at the end of the Mishnah it says Eimatai Bizman Shekula Eimatai, so it says Eimatai. When is this the case? When is this the case that we follow this order? And it says Bizman Shekulam Shavim. At a time when all of their knowledge levels, all of their levels of Torah is equal. If you have a Kohen and you have a Levi that they have equal level of Torah, then the Kohen comes first. But the Mishnah ends and says that Aval im haya mamzer talmid chacham vekohen gadol am haaretz mamzer talmid chacham kodem lekohen gadol am haaretz. Very strong statement. If you have mamzer talmid chacham, mamzer, but he's a talmid chacham, he knows the Torah very well, and you have a kohen gadol. There could be the cases that kohen gadol turns out he became kohen gadol, but he's not the smartest person. He's am haaretz, doesn't know much. Mamzer talmid chacham comes first. Shows us how important is the Torah? When the Gemara talks about this line that I just said, it says, from where do we know this? We need proof. The Torah, the Tanakh will give us proof. Amar Rabbi Acha b'Rabbi Chanina, de Amar Kra. As the Pasuk says in Mishlei, the book of Proverbs, Shlomo HaMelech wrote, one of the pasuk says, Yekara hi mipininim, v'kol chavatzecha lo yishuvu ba. Amazing, amazing pasuk. That says the Torah is more precious from pearls. It's more valuable to us than pearls. Right? Therefore, the Gemara ends off, therefore, somebody who's a Talmid Chacham is of the highest stature. That's how Mamzer Talmid Chacham can go before a Kohen Gadol. Because he has this level of Torah knowledge. And we also see, I'll connect a little bit with the Parsha of the week. Something Rabbi Ben Chaim said this week and at the end of Shur was unbelievable, big musar for everybody. He said this week is about the Mishkan. The Parsha is all about the Mishkan. How they built, what they built, this and that, all the different details. And when you learn about the Mishkan, you realize, you see, okay, there's a Mishkan. Inside the Mishkan, inside Kodesh Kodashim, there's an Aron. Right? In the Aron, there was a few things. They put the Luchot, they put the broken Luchot, they had a jar of man that they would put in there also to always remember, look, this miracle happened for us, that they would show the people. There's been times in Tanakh that they've actually taken it out and shown the people and, said this and that, look at the miracles that Hashem has done for us, don't stop sitting and start doing right. And at the end of the day, so we see how, all of this is surrounded by gold. The whole Aron is gold, surrounded in gold. Right? Mitzaper Zahar. And how great is the Torah? It's unbelievable. But there's one thing that's on top of the Aron. What do we know? We know what's on top of the Aron. The Kruvim. What are the Kruvim? Kruvim are they look like little babies. Two little babies that are, I guess, like angels. They're the figures of babies on top of the Aron. Rabbi Chaim said, and we've heard this many times, that this comes to teach us an important lesson about the Torah and how important it is. It says the Torah is so important. So important. It's so important, but what is on top of the Torah? What is more important than Torah? The education of the children in the Torah. We just have the Torah, it's not enough. We need to learn the Torah. We need to teach the children the Torah. That is the most important. We can learn from the Kruvim that's on top of the Aron. More important than the Torah that's inside the Aron. And I'll go through some of these Pesukim from Mishlei that first I'll say that I was talking to my dad before, I was asking him, and he told me that there wasn't so many different books, different Torah books that were translated into Persian, many years ago when Babaji was still alive. And so he didn't have the opportunity to learn so many, but he said that he went through the Torah a few hundred times, if not thousands of times. Through again, from beginning to end. As we all know, we heard today and we hear every year that Babaji loved to read. He read everything. Any textbooks, any books, the Torah was included, and he read it over and over and over again. You didn't read it one time and say, okay, I read it one time and I finished, like some old textbook. Continued. Always had this important value, and Baruch Hashem that we all learned it from him, of how important it is. He didn't have the opportunity to learn the Gemara like we have the opportunity. He didn't have the opportunity to go to listen to a lot of shiurim. That wasn't available for him. But what he had the opportunity to do, he did. And how important is the Torah? Like we said, the pasuk, it's more precious than the pearls. And all things you desire are not even comparable to it. Anything you desire is not comparable to Torah. Right? So Rashi explains this pasuk that length of days is in your right. Rav Avadia used to say this pasuk, when he would slap us in the face. He would always say it. Every time I went there, he said the same pasuk and he would always slap you in the face. And
what does it mean?
So I'm going to explain. So, Orach Yamim, length of days in your right hand. Bismillah Osher Rakavod, in your left hand, wealth and honor. And Rashi explains that there could be many interpretations, but Rashi explains, very strong, very nice, that this is talking about the Torah. The right is a strong hand, of course. And if you learn the Torah for the L'Shem Shamayim, strong with the right hand, Orach Yamim, long life, not Ba'alam Hazeh, Ba'alam Haba also, right? You get long life in this world and long in the next, right? Bismillah, if you learn Torah, not so strong, but you're still learning Torah. It's not for the best reasons. It's not for the right intention. Even for the wrong intention, Osher Kavod, you'll still receive wealth. You'll still receive honor. It's still unbelievable. The Pesukim continue about the Torah. Derachei darchei noam, v'kol netivotei shalom. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and its path is the path of peace. All of its paths are path of peace. It's a tree of life for anybody who grabs onto it, and all who learn it, all who delve in it, are always, you'll be happy. Always going to be happy. This is what we have with the Torah. How important is the Torah? How important it is to learn the Torah, to teach it to your children, to your family, to your friends, whoever it is, that we can all continue. It's so unbelievable and amazing. And I'm always so grateful and thankful that I was able to learn this from my father, from my mother, from my grandparents, the value and the importance of it. You know, it's not everybody understands. Many people, they say, okay, you know, it's like, okay, there's like anything else, there's a Torah. Chas v'shalom, Torah is the most important thing we have, and it's the most important thing we need. Without it, we won't survive, right? Al Shoshat Dvarim Ha'olam Omed, like Yahweh says. On 3 things the world stands. Right? Al Torah, Avodah, Gmilut Chasadim. On Torah, on the Torah, on Avodah, on the worship of Hashem, and on Gmilut Chasadim, on acts of good deeds, Chesed. On these 3 things the world stands. Without one of them, the world wouldn't be able to exist. It would stop existing. And we can all learn really that lesson from who our grandpa was, and what he did. You know, with all the stories he keeps saying with his flight attendant, and all the other stories that we always hear and we always know of how anybody who came, he would help them, he would do good, he would be the nicest person, you know. It's already been like 15 years, so I was very young, and I don't remember so much, but from the stories we say, I have like the strongest connection. So we'll end off the Gemara, and then we'll say Kaddish, and we'll be able to eat. The last few lines of the Gemara says, I remember, but not like you guys remember. I was still a baby. The Gemara ends off.
7, right?
Almost 7. 6. I'm 21 yet. Almost 7.
I was
6. It says, Abaye v'Rava v'Rabi Zera v'Rabba bar Mana Abu Yatveh v'Abu Srichei Resha. It said these 4 rabbis, 4 of our greatest rabbis that we've had in the time of the Gemara. Abaye, Rava, Rabbi Zera, and Rabba bar Matna. These 4 rabbis were sitting together, and they needed one person to become the leader, to be the head. Right? They needed to pick one to lead them, to be the head of all of them. So they said, okay, you know what we'll do? Amrei koda amar milta v'lo mifra v'lo mafrich la ve'resha. They said, whoever can say something, and we won't be able to refute what he says. We won't be able to say no, say something from the Torah. And we won't be able to object it and say, no, you're wrong. He's the one that really we couldn't find a refutation to what he said. He's going to be the one who's the leader. So the Quran says, the Kulu Ifrich, all of them, they said, but they were refuted. Abaye, the Abaye lo Ifrich, what Abaye said wasn't refuted. So he ended up becoming the leader. Abaye became the leader. Chaziyah Rabbah, La'abaye de Gabar Resha. So Rabbah saw that Abaye went up, meaning he understood that, okay, now Abaye is supposed to be the leader. So he said, Amar le, Nachmani, Patach ve'ema. So he said Nachmani, he called him Nachmani. The Rosh actually explains to us why his name is Abaye or Nachmani. So it explains that his name was really Nachmani, but Rabbah's father's name was also Nachmani. So he didn't want to call this guy the same name as his father. He didn't want to say his father's name, so he started calling him Abaye. So everybody always calls him Abaye. But you'll see many times in the Gemara that sometimes they call him Abaye, sometimes they say Nachmani. It goes back and forth. They said, Nachmani, get up and say something. Right? You know, you're the leader now. I said, okay. Then it stops there. And you have the ending of, there's a question. Ivayelu, Rabbi Zera, Rabba, Rav Madna. There's a question they asked Rabbi Zera and Rabba, the son of Rav Madna. Hai minayu adi. They said, which one of these is better? It's going to bring right now two different examples. Who's better? What's better to be like? Hai minayu adi. Rabbi Zera, Charif u'Makshe. Urabba bar Rav Madna, Maton u'Masik. Mai. They said, which one is better? Like Rabbi Zera. Should be like Rabbi Zera. Charif u'Makshe. Very sharp, very strong in the Torah. He understands, he knows everything. And he comes up with the strongest questions. Right? He comes up with such strong questions, he can't even find the answers. Should we be like that? We get it so well, and we ask the hardest questions, but we don't know the answers? Or should we be like Rabba, Barav Mana, Maton Umasik? He's patient, and he ends up, even though it takes him much longer, he ends up coming to the conclusion. Which one is better? Stronger, faster, understand better? Or slower, more calm, and reach the conclusion? So Gemara ends off, Teku. Gemara says Teku. Teku means that I really don't like when the Gemara says Teku. Why? Because you don't come to a conclusion. When the Gemara says Teku, it means that let it stand like this. When Eliyahu and Navi comes, he'll explain to us what's the answer. So for now, we don't know. But one thing I can tell you is that regardless of which one you choose, one of the reasons why it could be that the Gemara doesn't give an answer is because both are learning Torah. We can say which one is better. There's no better and worse. Learning Torah is learning Torah. This is the highest one of the highest levels you can attain of learning Torah. So whether you do like this or you do like that, okay, we'll find out which one at the end is better. But what we need to know that's important is how important is the Torah and the learning of the Torah and the fulfilling and the keeping of the Torah. Hadran Allah, Kohen Mashiach, Uslik Allah, Masechet Horayot. Adar Masechet Horayot, Adar Chalan. Da'at Allah, Masechet Horayot, Da'at Chalan. La Nishmat Minach, Masechet Horayot, La Nishmat Minach. La Ba'al Ma'adim, La Ba'al Ma'adim. Adar Allah, Masechet Horayot, Adar Chalan. Da'at Allah, Masechet Horayot, Da'at Chalan. La Nishmat Minach, Masechet Horayot, La Nishmat Minach. La Ba'al Ma'adim, La Ba'al Ma'adim. Adar Allah, Masechet Horayot, Adar Chalan. Da'at Allah, Masechet Horayot, Da'at Chalan. La Nishmat Minach, Masechet Horayot, La Nishmat Minach. La Ba'al Ma'adim, La Ba'al Ma'adim. יהי רצון לפניך, אדוני אלוהינו לאבותינו, שתהא תורתך אומנותנו בעולם הזה, ותהא עמנו לעולם הבא. חנינה בר פפא, רמי בר פפא, נחמן בר פפא, חי בר פפא, אבא מורי בר פפא, רפא בר פפא, רחיש בר פפא, סורחב בר פפא, אדר בר פפא, דרו בר פפא. ערב נא אדוני אלוהינו את דברי תורתך בפינו כבוד עמך בית ישראל. ונהיה כולנו, אנחנו צאצאינו, צאצאי עמך בית ישראל, כולנו יודעי שלך ולומדי תורתך. ואוהבי תחכימני מצוותיך, כי לעולם היא לי. יהי ליבי תמים בחוקיך למען לא אבוש, לעולם לא אשכח פקודיך, כי בם חייתני. ברוך אתה אדוני למדני כולך, אמן 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 צלע ועד. מודים אנחנו לפניך אדוני אלוהינו לאבותינו, ששמת חלקנו ביושבי בית המקדש, ולא שמת חלקנו ביושבי קרנות. שאנו משכימים והם משכימים. אנו משכימים דברי תורה, והם משכימים דברים בית אלים. אנו עמלים והם עמלים. אנו עמלים ומקבלים שכר, והם עמלים והם אינם מקבלים שכר. אנו רצים והם רצים. אנו רצים לחיי עולם הבא, והם רצים לבי שחר, שנאמר ואתם אלוהים תורתנו לבי שחר. אנשי דמים מלמה, לא יחסו ימיהם, ואני אפתח בה. יהי רצון לפניך אלוהי, כשם שעזרתני לסיים מסכת הוריות, כן תעזרני להתחיל מסכתות בספרים אחרים ולסיימם. ללמוד וללמד, לשמור ולעשות, לקיים כל דברי תלמוד תורתך באהבה. בזכות כל התנאים והאמוראים ותלמידי חכמים, יעמוד לי וזרעי, שלא תמות של תורה מפי ומפי זרעי, וזרע זרעי עד עולם. תקיים בי והתהלכך, תנחה אותך בשוכבך, תשמור עליך והחיצותי תשיחך. כי בי ירבו ימיך ויוסיפו לך שנות חיים, אורך ימים בימינה, בשמאלה עושר וכבוד. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו עד שלום. יתקדש ויתקדש שמי רבה. עמדי הוא עתיד חדתה לך יאה, ותהיה ולהצלחה, יתרון לחיי העלמה ולמבנה קרתה לירושלים ולשכללה החלה וגבה ומעקר פלחנה נוכרעה מן ערב להטבה. פלחנה דשמיא להתרה וימליך חודשה ברבהו במלכותה יקרה. ויצמח פורקנה ויקרב ושכחה.
אמן.
חי יכול ויום יכול, וחייתך בית ישראל, והגלה וזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן.
אמן. יהי שמר רבה מברך לעולם, אמן.
יהי שמר רבה מברך לעולם, אמן. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתמר ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמן לקודשה ובריחו. לאלה מכל ברכתה שירת ושבחתה ונחמתה דמרם בעלמה ואמרו אמן. על ישראל ועל רבנם ועל תלמידון ועל כל תלמידי תלמידון. להסכים וראתה כדשתה די וראתה אדם ודי בכל אתר ואתר. יהי לנו לא נכון לחינם וחיסר רחמם מי קדם מראה שמיה והרעה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה משמיה חיים צלם ושם נחמה. ושת עפר רכובה גדולה שמחה וכפרה. ורווח ועשה לנו כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומה הוא ורחמה ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ואמרו אמן.